Glad to have you back on this segment, and if you're just joining us, you're right on time, but you have missed our banter and our media review. And now we're on to our interview segment, so we're going to be talking about some social issues. And today our topic of discussion, the particular one that we have chosen today, is social commerce and online shopping, talking about the merits and demerits to the Nigerian economy. So let me give you a brief insight before we go into the discussion today. Social commerce, is a subset of e-commerce and is used on social media platforms to market and sell products and services. This type of selling model lets customers complete purchases without leaving social media apps. With social commerce, brands can sell their goods through social media platforms, and there is no requirement to have their own e-commerce sites. So, and to do this discussion with us today, we have Vivian Ejemba. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, Tolu, we still have Tolu in the studio here. So we're basically discussing, it's something that we all know. It's social commerce and online shopping. Because nowadays, everybody has a store online, no matter what you're selling. Even people that sell crayfish, people that sell meats, everything is on social media. You can send someone to the market on social media these days. You can buy your panties, you can buy your underwears, you can buy your hair, you can buy your makeup, whatever it is. So it's literally like there is no need for a physical shop anymore. I don't know, some people have complained because in respect to the old people or old persons that don't know how to use social media properly. I had some of the one woman, she sells under the bridge. She was selling some Okika clothes, and you know these days Okika no longer Okika is thrift. So she was now complaining that her daughter was telling her about transiting to online this thing, but that she does not have time to take pictures of the dresses, and she doesn't even know have data or a good Android phone for her to start doing all those posts. So to her, she was complaining like it's affecting her business, so she can't sell properly. But on the other side, some people are saying it like it makes, when you see the advertisement, they tell you just a click away. You're just a click away from getting whatever you want. So Vivian, how do you see this particular trend?
I think to me, probably the daughter has to like help the mother in getting it.
Okay.
And all of that. So, and also she also needs a tutor that will help her to like on how to go about it, like getting the phone like you earlier.
No, apart from the woman I gave an example about, like based on the aspect of online shopping and social commerce. Are you for it or are you against it?
So to me, I think the online shopping is more beneficial to us as citizens of Nigeria, in the sense that you can actually shop anywhere from the comfort of your home, or you can actually be far away. You can just shop anywhere. As long as you're in your home, you have access to the internet. You can shop from various online stores in different platforms, even from your states, even from your country. You can even shop outside your country. You can shop abroad and all of that. So I believe online shopping is more convenient than going to stores and meeting people, because though going to shop has its own advantages, but I think online shopping has more advantages compared to going to stores.
Okay, Tori, what do you think?
Well, I will, to some extent, incline with what she said. Yeah, we all know the merits of having online shopping and the likes. And at this dispensation, I don't want to believe no one has not gotten something online in this era. But when we go through statistics, we find out that one, with the advent of internet access and technology, it has made it more convenient for people to transact. And if not for the current system in Nigeria, although it wanted to come up at some point, but with you mentioned something earlier about a lady and her mom who doesn't have access to internet or something like that. I think those are some of the setback that we still witness when it comes to. But ordinarily, when you transact business, in fact, even if you are to have a physical store, there's nothing stopping you still having.
Yeah, that's what most people do, I think. So, they have a physical store and they also have an online store.
So with both, it will help increase the number of people that will transact with you, and you never can tell someone somewhere else will be
like it gives more visibility for
exactly,
your brand.
thank you. So for me, it's a very good one, and we've been trying something in Nigeria to work on a cashless policy of a thing. I think with that cashless of a thing, it will also further boost the
Go based on transfers.
yes, because everything is now in a global village. We're in a global village, like we know. So online shopping has really helped the Nigerian economy, no doubt about that. But on the other side, there are some still demerits attached to this online thing. One, probably when you don't have access to internet, sometimes the internet will be down and you'll be frustrated, and people will be demanding, making orders, and when you are unable to deliver on time, you discover you lose your customers. And when customers are not patient enough, you find them go to physical market whereby they can see what they want to buy online when you are getting something online. And another fear about that comes with online shopping or transaction online is that we've heard of testimonies and reviews of what I order is different from
what I got.
So I think that's one of the disadvantage, and I mean the discerning part of each social commerce and online business. But in the long run, I'm in support of it. Only if we can have more of support. And what do I mean by this support of a thing? We should have less of physical, although it's going to affect very many if we are seeing.
You know, there's another aspect that I'm trying to look at now from this online store is the fact that in some way, I think it kind of provides employment for some other people. Because for instance, if I'm going to order this particular shirt you're wearing online, I'll need a delivery guy to bring it to my doorstep. Then you notice that we now have more delivery guys, bike men, that bring dispatch riders, thank you. So it creates like another avenue for them to make money from. Then another thing that I see now that is attached to it is the fact that most people that have online stores these days, because of the level of competition, a lot of people are online. So everybody now looks for maybe a social media influencer that can boost or promote their page for them or their brand for them. So that's also giving another avenue for people
in tech,
in that particular aspect of social media influencers and managers to actually have a source of income from. Then we have social media managers, like the woman that is complaining about not being able to post pictures by herself. If she can have, if her daughter volunteers to be her social media manager, and I know that it's not easy. I had a friend that was always posting. You have to arrange your clothes in a particular way, you post them. It's not always easy like that. But those are some of the other advantages that I see from it, and the fact that, like Vivian mentioned earlier, you can be in any place and shop from anywhere. Just by it, like just a click away from it. You can get it. But another aspect I'd like us to look at now is, you see that aspect of scammers. Because that's what I would refer to it in the aspect of what I ordered versus what I got. It's in two ways. I can see this shirt online and it looks so pretty and beautiful. And by the time I order it, I see something else. It's totally different. I will place, you can place an order for food. You see the picture of the food, it looks so tantalizing, so good. By the time, or the size of the food, by the time it gets to your doorstep, is it that
kept wondering?
You'll be wondering, is it in a smaller size?
Quantity.
Exactly.
Or not having the quality you were expecting.
That you saw. And you keep wondering, like, is that what happened? So sometimes, that's why you hear someone like my mom now, she will tell you, buying things online is not my thing. Because the fear of, I don't know what to expect when I receive it. And some people will tell you, you can't change it. There's no refund.
I think
I think some online stores actually allow you to refund your products.
Yes.
And away from that,
but you can't refund food.
But
you cannot refund. But I think there's some food items which you can't refund, except those cooked ones that you cannot refund, and it's not even acceptable. Even I think the traditional retail store which you see every day, you can't even return food. Probably you went there to get let me say a portion of food and other items attached to it.
But at least some people
Then-
have the advantage of seeing before they buy.
Yes, you see what
and
you want
see before
to.
you buy, then when you get home, then the taste is not what you expected, and you still cannot return it. Same thing applies to those online stores. Now, I was speaking about the job creations. I think this online job of a thing. So basically, take I think influencing as a full-time
Job.
Yeah.
because they take influencing as a full-time job because like, oh, I influence for this brand, I influence for that brand.
Brand
Now, they don't
ambassadors.
influence for just one brand or
alone,
one
yeah.
product. They influence for a variety of
Products.
brands. So thereby it creates more opportunity for them because and I think the producers or the manufacturer, they think, okay, now this person has a larger audience.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's
Trade with
trade
them.
with
Let's
this person
transact
and
with
get
them.
audience that will come to and patronize us and all of that. So to me, I personally believe online shopping is the best because it has more merits.
The best.
Yes.
Well, just like you said, I think when it comes to having influencer or manager, it still boils down to the manufacturer of that product.
Okay.
And when you get something online, and most times you post them online and you see reviews, there must be a consciousness that comes to you that if you do otherwise, I'm talking about what I order, and if I do otherwise, people will start making comments that will make other consumers of that product not to transact with me again. But some don't have that mindset, yes, but in the real sense, if you have a good mindset and you really want people to patronize you, you want your business to boom more and more, the mind should come to you that, yes, I have a lot of people watching.
It goes down to the fact that we're going to be talking about some of the values that some of these people should have. Because most people just come to the social media space because it's a free space.
Exactly.
As
No,
long as you have your,
regulatory.
exactly. As long as you have your data, you have access to it. Here now, I can just tell people now that I sell phones. I'll just carry your phones and take a picture and post it. So it boils down to the fact that we should have integrity and trust. That's what it goes down to, because people think about it now, that they just think about now, they don't think about tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you're able to get a product out and someone buys it from you now, you don't think about the referral. If for example, where I bought my phone, by the time by the time people see, they ask me, where did you get it? And I'm like, I ordered it online. You bought phone online. I'm like, yes, so the person really gave me what I ordered for. There was no story. Really, I'm looking for a trusted brand, and then I can promote. That's how I've referred you. And from there, you keep referring and referring. But people don't think about it. Just think about now. Let me just collect this money and go. That's why you see a lot of fake accounts. They keep scamming people with it.
There are even some online stores, their websites are not even genuine.
Genuine,
Exactly.
no, yes, and they are not secured.
Exactly, because sometimes if I even purchase something online, I have to check for their ratings. If it's up to like 4.5,
4.5,
something like that, I'll
yes.
patronize them. Probably I'll go to their review section. Check all of
Comments,
that. Another thing I do also is their privacy policy. I have to like read their privacy policy, their refund policy. Should in case what I got was something else, it's not what I want. So I'll just okay, they don't accept refund, they don't, all of that. I also have a personal experience whereby I saw a particular cloth online. It was for 15,000 naira. And I was like, no, let me just go to the store instead, because I might get this cloth and it will not be probably the quality or the texture will be something different. Then I went to a particular market in the island. Then I went there, the clothes was actually 15,000 naira. But because of, you know, the way this eco markets now, that they call it eco market. So because of probably a middleman or those in Igbo, they call them Osafia, something like that. So this guy took me to the shop.
The middleman.
So he took me to the shop. So when I got it, the man was like, this clothes is 20k. I was like, no, guys, 13,000. I've seen it before. I wouldn't have to lie. I priced it already before coming. It's 13,000. He said, no, the last price you can give to me is 18,000. I was like, how about, okay, let me get it for 15k. He was like, no, the person that bought me too
will have certain percentage.
And I was like, does that mean if I had known earlier, I would have bought that clothes online. For 15K instead of coming
But you pay
down
delivery
to
fee.
your store. Instead of coming down to your store and get it for 18,000 because of commission you want to give to your middleman. And I know I'll pay delivery. Now, concerning the delivery parts, I transported myself to your store, to and fro. I think the delivery will even be more cheaper than transporting yourself
down to the place.
So all these things are two-sided. To me, I think they are two-sided.
But talking about the middleman now, I know that that's one thing that especially Igbo people are known for. If you go to the shop, I was having this conversation with somebody this morning, and the next thing you just say, my brother has a shop. It's not their brother's shop.
It's not their brother. Yes.
They just know somebody that
sells that product.
And after selling it, you know, it's even in a thing of, it's just general in business, because they usually say it, even whenever they're having their meeting, that okay, you have to consider people, those middlemen that just supply. They might come to you and say, I don't have this good, but I need you to supply.
Me at that point.
And then at that point, if there's up to maybe 10 goods, they might just put 1,000 on top, or 500. That's what they also take home at the end of the day. So I've heard that conversation where people say sometimes that either going to the physical store might be cheaper for some people than online store. I've heard that people have, because sometimes people say that when you go to the physical store, you see, because of editing, somebody can edit the picture of your clothes and it looks very pretty, and then you see it online and you're like, this clothes is so pretty, so nice. And then you see it in the physical store, I'm like, is this not the clothes I'm seeing?
I saw online yesterday.
It looks kind of different, and because of everything they have put into it, and then you see, me personally, I have actually experienced more of the fact that some things are more expensive online than in physical store. Yes. That's what I usually experience.
Because a lot have been put in
exactly
that I think
to
it
make
depends on what exactly you are buying.
No,
like electronics, they have different.
When you take a look at statistics and survey, you discover most of products online are more costlier than the physical store. Yes, because even now that the rates of dollar to naira are the thing, it's make it more costlier and more expensive, because they'll take a look, a lot of consideration, probably a lot of custom duties, delivery fees, and all these things.
Even at their data usage
so I know there's a thing I heard someone say, there was a person that sells something online, and I heard I use the term, it's a case of see finish. So like, if you know my shop and you always come to my shop, you come and see my shop, but by the time I'm telling you, you're talking to me online, you don't know where my store is.
You don't know who
like, for example, if you go to a mall, if they sell something to you, a cloth to you at 20,000, you will buy it. If you enter markets, I mean like Lagos markets, you will not want to buy that cloth for 20,000 because of the environment. You get? So the environment matters. When you enter the mall, you're like, you know that it's a supermarket, you're not going to price, you can't even price. The tag, the price tag is already there. So you just pick it up like that. So a lady was like, this thing about online, why she prefers it for her business is because you don't know whether she's staying in the rural area of Lagos or she's coming from inside Oshodi-Oke or Oshodi-Sale, you will just buy it. But by the time you come, based on location, because I noticed that people price based on location.
Yes.
They will tell you things like, for inside this kind of place that you're putting this kind of price.
Exactly. There's no blue light or AC.
Because exactly. So all those kind of things, those are some of the factors that people put into consideration before they buy some of these things. But the particular experience that people have about what you order versus what you get, like I'm not going to give I'm not going to promote any person on social media. There was a particular person that was talking about, he called out a skincare brand and was accusing them that people have been giving bad review about their skincare products. It went as far as NAFDAC going to trace them down, lock up their shop, and a lot of things like that. Just because they come online, you see a lot of things now. Okay, for example, let me give the particular one that is trending. There's a particular thing that women do now that to change the color of their skin. They take in a kind of drip into their body. And then you keep seeing it online. People are posting it, they're trending. And there was a particular lady that refused to disclose her location until you pay. because she was not actually registered to be doing that kind of thing. You get, it's something that has to do with the human body. You're inserting something into somebody like
system,
drip, like drip. So they would hold you accountable. But she refused to give out her location until you have made payment and show that you're coming for it, so that nobody can trace her down to that place. So I know that with the rise of social media, online buying, online businesses, online brands, as much as we have the original, we have the fake alongside. So people should be on the lookout. Like Vivian has said, she goes to read the privacy policy. What did you read again? The refund policy. You read the review. Yeah. I know a particular friend that does that. There's a particular site we usually shop from. And before we buy a product, she will go and check the ratings. If the ratings is really low, we're not buying that product. But if it has, and then even after buying and we see that it's bad, we go and give our review. So do our review. So do well, please, to always give review on products. It helps people. There was a time that I bought something online. After paying for it, I didn't see the site again. On Instagram, and I was wondering, so I had to reach out to other people that I saw that they had patronized her, and they said that she too, and some of them said they have paid too, but they've not received the product. Another person said, I paid, I received my product. So they were looking somehow. So later the woman reached out and said she's sorry. There's some people reported her page, and then they took her page down before she finally delivered her product. So what still gave me confidence was the people I spoke to that told me that they have actually received their own product. Though some people create fake profiles and come and give themselves good reviews. If you go to check a particular account and you see that the person has bought a lot of followers, how do you know when someone buys followers? You see fake accounts, like foreigners. They have bought all these foreign accounts that they don't even have enough. And then when they post, someone has, like, let's say for example, 2,000, let me say 200,000 followers, and the comments on the person's page is just 10. The like is 15.
It's not even up to 1,000.
So you know that they are inactive accounts. They are not active, they are dormant. Somebody must have bought it. So some people will say, I went to her page, she had a lot of followers. But you will not know that you have just been scammed. So be very careful whenever you're making such transactions with people online. Ensure that you are verified. The privacy policy, the refund policy,
and the
review.
Some warranty itself.
Exactly.
That one is also important. Most, if it's a good brand, most definitely they must have a warranty of probably if there's a damage on this. I think there was a time, okay, this was a physical shop, not online, although I've bought something online a couple of times, but there was a time I went to a store to get a phone and I never noticed. It was my friend that called my attention. What happened to your phone? It's damaged. I was wondering what happened. So when I got there, I was told nothing could be done again since I didn't call the attention immediately, or since I got that product with them and nothing was discovered. So I was now surprised when this phone didn't fell down or got spoiled from me. Then how come? So that was it's now left for me to either go by that or not. But so all we are still saying is that there must be in transacting with someone, you must be pleased with the terms and conditions.
Before you buy.
Does this goes in line with my favor, or who will be at the better hand to receive the most benefits? Am I the one that's going to be advantaged, or the person selling? So those are two things also that we must also consider in transacting online or physical. And then
another thing is that it's good, please, even the elderly, as you're growing older, if you have children, if you have young ones around you, it's good to have a physical store and also online presence. Yes, because these days people don't really stress themselves so much going to like me, for example. I can search online for what I'm looking for. And when I find it, I will then go to the market. I'm that kind of person. I can now look for your store and go and verify what I'm going to buy, because I'm not ready for any story or any drama. So sometimes if you don't have a social media presence, people that are looking for a particular product will not know that you're existing. So even if it is one picture per week, no matter what you're selling, just make sure you have that social media presence where people can, because that's what people do these days. They just, if I hear a name, I go online and search for the person, what is affiliated to you, what is linked to you. So that's what people are doing these days. So just try and ensure that you have a social media presence and be true to your word. ensure that if your customer, not because you've sold the product to the person, the money has entered your account, you don't care how your customer feels. That particular customer can go, some people are that dedicated to all your pictures and give bad comments and reviews about it. So we have to be really, really careful, sensitive, integrity and trust. Ensure that your customers trust your brand. Go to the right people, and please, let's talk about these influencers. Some of them just brand ambassadors. They don't even verify the product that they are influencing. Though they just come online. There was a particular lady that was a brand ambassador for a particular real estate company, and she herself didn't verify it. It's not like it was totally fake, but then the amount of money they received, they couldn't provide the services for the amount of money that they had received. So they had limited amounts of land, and then quantity of land, and then people now started calling her out and said, I trusted this particular brand.
That's why you
because of you. So always think about your faces on the brand, not just about the money that you're collecting. So by the time you are representing a particular brand, or because I know people that, for example, if I'm on the plus size and I lose weight, next thing, Slim Tea starts reaching out to me and start telling me I should come and be their brand. I think Worry Picking, yes, gave that experience. So they start reaching out, come and advertise for us, come and promote our brand and stuff like that, to make them feel like if it worked for me, it can work for the other person too. So that's how some of them actually do. And then some people just think about the money, let me get the money now, and forget about the impact it's going to have
on the consumers.
Exactly. And I think away from that, another thing again is, most brands, they are genuine, like when you see them online. Okay. But probably when you try to click on their link, then take you to your website, you get redirected.
Yeah.
And now you getting redirected. Some places do not want to like cancel, so still be there. And now when you are there, they're not okay, fill in so and so. You start filling online form. They will scam you. That's another thing. So that you won't see one, they will tell you to put your card details. Probably you want to get particular product or service online. Tell you to fill in your card details. You fill in your card details, and they take you off an eye before you know. Next, you start telling
your account has been debited.
Yeah, so like continuously. That's on something. And also people that used to put their email address online and their password. It is not even advisable. Like for me, it's not advisable because some links are not genuine. They are not trustworthy.
Okay, so Vivian has told you guys to be careful of the kind of links you click. They always say it, even sometimes they've been warning us of some hackers that they might just send you a message and say click on this particular link.
Just to get OTP or something like that.
Exactly, and they hack into your phone and do whatever they want to do. All right, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Daybreak Africa, and I believe that you have picked one or two lessons you have learned from what we have said about the online shopping, how to verify, having a physical store. You can have a physical store and you can have a social media page too, to actually represent your brand. Okay, Tolu, I think you can give us a recap of our headlines.
Recap of our story. Yeah. Okay, number one, we told you that industrial action whereby the federal government threatens labor union with contempt charge, and we also told you a woman kills 11-month-old daughter. And lastly, we brought to you that it's about domestic violence whereby police arrest a landlord for allegedly assaulting tenants. Okay, thank you, Chulu. Okay, so that's all we can take on today's episode of Daybreak Africa. Do well to join us tomorrow, same time on KAFTAN TV. I remain Chidinma Ufomadu. My name is Tolulope, Iluyemi. Bye.